It's time for Question and Declare. It's our weekly segment in which I tweet you a question, you answer the question, and then I'll give you my answer in just a second. Today's question: if ASU wins, what was the difference? If Stanford wins, what's going to be the difference? So let's start things off with Red Machine D. Red Machine says difference for ASU is winning on defense, stopping the run, secondary, covering the pass. Very important, agreed, but not my number one. Let's go with Robbie. Robbie says it's pretty simple. It's a line of scrimmage, most important factor. Okay, I think basically you're right, but which way do you think that's going to go? I think ASU is going to win the battle on the line of scrimmage. Going to be tough though, because big defensive lines give that ASU offensive line a problem, and the teams that gave them problems this year: Notre Dame, Utah, and Stanford. Okay, let's go on to Cameron. Cameron says the running game without Grice, having a balanced offense versus a great Stanford defense. I'm going to correct you on that one, Cameron. I think Stanford has a great defense in Palo Alto. When I watch this defense elsewhere, it's not quite as great, so I'm not nearly as impressed with them. So I'm not worried about that aspect. Our next one comes to us from Ron. Ron says if ASU wins, it's because we slowed down their rushing attack. Okay, you're right about that, but I think there's something else, you haven't hit on it yet, that leads into that, so we still don't agree. Let me go to, what's the next one? Oh, this is Jorge, turnover margin. Actually, I think you're right 100% of the time when you say turnover margin, so that's almost so right I ignore it. But obviously, if ASU is +3, they're going to win, and if they're -5, they're going to lose. So you're right about that. And our last one that we have here comes to us from Mike. Mike is going with the run defense. If Stanford wins, it's because Gaffney has a big day. Listen, these are all pretty good answers. But for me, the man's name is Ty Montgomery. ASU in a game against Washington State, excellent special teams. Other than that game, everything's been either bad or atrocious. That's where the special teams have been. Ty Montgomery, best special teams returner in the country. If he goes off on ASU, ASU loses. I think ASU wins the battle at the line of scrimmage. I think ASU's defense is better than their offense if it's at Sun Devil Stadium. I think ASU's offense is better than their defense if it's at Sun Devil Stadium. And any breakdown I give you is all irrelevant if Ty Montgomery runs a kickback for a touchdown and constantly puts punts into Sun Devil territory. If Ty Montgomery gets off, ASU loses. If special teams for Arizona State wins the day, we're going to the Rose Bowl. Now, you want to take part in Question and Declare? All you have to do is follow me at Doug620, and we'll have another question, hopefully about the Rose Bowl, next week.